We're in this together. Act 1. The Corvantian Throne. He was sorry, I could tell. He said so, but there was no need. His eyes were enough. His chocolate eyes were now rueful as the illusory contentment wore off them, glimmering a tangy colour in the moonlight. Or perhaps it was due to the street lamp nearby. I couldn't tell. Either way, there was no denying how glossy his beautiful, quaint eyes had become. He was on the verge of genuine tears. Those eyes were alive, so alive. A testimony he was alive. He sensed, he felt, he hurt. After all, what was a better confirmation of life than the response to a painful stimulus? Perhaps to that of a betrayal, or to that of hosting one. And that's it. That's your hook. It's not where our story is supposed to start, but I assume it'll keep you reeled in. Our story actually has no flashy beginning. In fact, it was quite dull and boring, like me. Here. Her skin was gently touched by the sun, and her eyes were the clearest of oceans, harboring excitement and the depth of emotion. Her lashes in curiosity curled in different directions. Her nose was dainty, her lips youthful and as bright as berries. However, her hair, a burnt orange, thick and fiery, cut at 3 lengths, distinguished her from the rest. Her hair was not all straight, nor all curly. It was rather balanced, like her. Some called her average, good at maths and bad at language. Some called her basic, yet melodramatic and monotone. But I'd call her perfect. Not flawless, just perfect. Just LUARAH. And yes, I'm LUARAH, self-absorbed enough to use someone else's words to describe myself in a better light. Why is my name spelt so weird? I don't know. Ask my grandma. She made a mistake on some legal document, I think. Though, between you and me, she did it on purpose. But I, LUARAH with the weird spelling, I'm only a small part of this story. In truth, it's not mine. Not entirely. Now, before we begin, I have just one question for you. Do you believe in fairies? Wait, did I just say fairies? Sorry, wrong question. That idiot's been on my mind. I meant coincidences. Do you believe in coincidences? The idea that particular things, be that time, people, words, or the lack thereof, are aligned in such a particular manner by the will of chance. Just like that, in which logic has no say. If not, then explain this to me. 1.1 The dimension of Alfiga runs by power, much like Earth runs by money, with its kingdoms striving to use only the most powerful gems known to man to power their respective royal forces. As such, an inevitable race, the Signature War, began between the kingdoms to find crystals from which they could harvest gems with the strongest energy signatures. The race continued until King Silverin I of Corvantia finally did. Records suggest the crystals he found grew from the same stem and roots as that of a tree. And after some research, it was discovered how immensely strong the potential gems harvested would be. Bearing in mind that with such power, the greatest of goods, likewise the gravest of evils, could be performed, the noble king took a single gem from each crystal and discarded the rest. And so the Corvantian jewels came to be. The child born in Alfiga is, as tradition dictates, given the right to their own personal gem, a jewelite gem. The day that the connection between the child and their gem is established, the child's jewelite day is celebrated there more so than birthdays. For a child to make a gem, their jewelright gem, the child's capacity must be compatible with the given gem's energy signature. This provided a predicament for King Silver I and his newfound Corovantian jewels. The gems were too strong to bond with. However, an advisor suggested a solution. Instead of searching for children with compatible capacities, they should have groups of people receive small parts of the Corovantian jewel's energy signatures within their own jewelright gems, thus forming squadrons upon squadrons of subjects who could use these gems simultaneously. And so the Corovantian Guardians came to be, with each squadron member connected to one of the Corovantian jewels. This meant that within the Guardian's jewelright gem, there were two energy signatures. However, these would usually mix, forming an energy signature that was new and unique, often mutated by the emotions of the energy user. The Guardians pledged to use their gems for the greater good of all. This, however, did not stop envious eyes from looking upon the kingdom with ill intent. 3.5 centuries later, that hasn't quite changed. Presently, Caravantia was under attack by Sordark, a neighbouring nation with whom they shared a rather horrid history. Fearing a complete defeat, the current king of Caravantia sent pixies to Earth with the energy signatures of each Caravantian jewel. And that brings us to a dull, miserable Monday in 2016. The kind of Monday you'd forget about. An ordinary Monday, with ordinarily bad weather for this time of year. Like any ordinary day, I was walking home with Jazz, though little did I know it was going to be my last ordinary day. Like, someone could have dropped a hint. Just saying, I could have enjoyed it more. When I reached home, I found Mum cooking, which, fair enough, is unusual, as she's normally at work. But it's hardly the, oh look, your life ain't gonna be the same anymore. Ever. Just so you know. Haha. That I wanted to hear from the universe. Mum said the food was nearly done, and that the pest and Grandma went home. Grandma was probably buying him ice cream, despite him being too sick for school today. Which is actually pretty ordinary, because Max is her favourite. I went upstairs to get changed out of my school uniform. I sat on my bed after doing so, looking through my school bag. There was some math stuff to do, but before that I had a self-made problem to deal with. You see, I'm the maths girl and Jazz is the literate one in this friendship. And I don't remember when, but she challenged me to write in this diary for a whole year. She even bought this diary for me and wrote the date down on every page. There's even a section for her to sign. On every page! I'm pretty sure my pride came in the way. Otherwise I wouldn't have agreed to do something so stupid. I'm surprised I'm still going. I would have abandoned it, but I'm 3 months strong, and Jazz never lets me forget. And it doesn't help that it's actually improving my grades. I opened its little lock and went to the last page. Jazz has way too much time on her hands. She even wrote prompts as well, just in case I'd get bored or had nothing to write about, which actually was the case right now. And one of my favourite prompts is to write badly about her for tricking me into doing this whole diary thing. And on dull days like this, that's the one I choose. Except I've used it so many times that I actually don't know what else I could say about her. I was staring blankly at the wall opposite my bed. Moments passed. This town was so dull. Did I really have nothing else to write about? The window between me and the wall was open, and I noticed the translucent set of curtains dance, possessed by the first ghostly breath of winter that had drifted in. I went to close the window. But instead of pulling it down, I pushed the window back up, opening it further. There was something in the sky. I don't know what it was. I've admired the moonless sky countless times, but this was different. The season of long nights was about to begin, with its beautiful, glittered skies ready to manifest. There's usually something so lonely about this transitional time period, but there was something so refined and reassuring in tonight's sky. A perfect, particular stillness, so serene I was captivated, but not for as long as I'd hoped. You see, nothing lasts forever, certainly not peace. In about a minute's time, my life was about to change drastically, for I was to meet him. He was never the greatest when it came to first impressions. Certainly not back then, anyway. Though I must admit he's matured over the years, so I guess most haven't really seen this side of him. Anyhow, looking up at the stars, busy with my own fascination, I see one of them starts to grow. The star's not growing, I thought, then cried, "It's coming closer!" A slight panic took over me. What was I meant to do? Was it even a star? I began pacing the length of my room, to the door and back to the window, almost automatically. Maybe this was my fault. I mean, I had just been cursing how dull this town was. Perhaps it thought about entertaining me by letting a meteor make me a new window. Or it could have been aliens. I mean, they definitely exist. And what better way to teach gratitude to a petty little Earth girl than to put her problems into perspective with a polite, hostile kidnapping? Something shiny shot past, grazing the side of my face, and landing on the rug in the middle of the room. It felt like a paper cut. I checked to see if I was bleeding, using the tips of my fingers. It stung, but it was only a drop or two. It had to be something small, right? But there was such an intense glow behind me. I could tell by the corner of my eye. I didn't need the courage to look back. I was too curious. I turned my head. I don't know what I was looking at. It was too bright, but it was small. I turned around completely and got closer to the slightly scorched rug. My ears were deceiving me. I thought I heard a cough. There it was again. Surely not. Stupid bird. That I definitely heard. The intense light began to fade, and my eyes adjusted to the dim room light once more, as I caught my first glimpse of the fallen star. Only it wasn't a star, it was a fairy. Who you calling a fairy? Right, outro time, I guess. If you'd like to see the next episode of Majestic Guardian, it is here. Otherwise, stick around for the bonuses. There's some of me yapping, which is kind of currently going on. There'll be bloopers as well, and there is extra art. Thank you for checking this out. This is crazy that you watched it the whole way through. There are more episodes to come. Yeah. I've been gone for a whole year on the internet, so I don't assume anybody's going to remember my content from before. But yeah, so this has been something a long time in the making, and I'm really happy to finally have something to be able to share with you lot. But yeah, that's kind of it, really, I think. I still have stuff to do. Right now I'm recording these back to back to back. I hope I don't get sick by the end of this, sore throat and then die, you know? That would be kind of tragic. But yeah, so it's probably November 4th, when you're watching this or something, or that's when this is scheduled to come out and stuff. So yeah, the second episode is already live if you'd like to check that out. Otherwise, happy reading, I guess, or listening, seeing, visual. I mean, this is a weird thing because it's visual and audio. But is there lore? Is there story? I don't know, guys. I'm gonna just have to figure it out. I hope you've enjoyed so far. I'm a bit jittery right now because I had green tea for my throat. And so now I'm just jittery, I think. So I'm gonna sign off. And I was thinking about it and I was like, if I sign off with Live Laugh Laura, that would be really funny. So, probably get some bloopers now. Wish me luck for my next recordings. But yeah, Live Laugh Laura. See ya. Bye. Oh no, wait. The title comes first, doesn't it? Okay, wait. No, not the title, the thingamajig. I already messed up. Yay. Let me actually move these. Okay. I think I should be good now. Oh, this is so meta. It's not meta, it's just strange to me that I'm doing this. I don't know why I have Wallace and Gromit in my head right now. I'm kind of jittery because I don't really drink green tea. And I've drank some green tea. Either way, there was no denying how beautiful his glossy. You're reading it wrong. Are you dyslexic or something? Yes. Yes, I am. I'm still recording, right? Please tell me I'm recording. I need more water. Maybe I should learn how to read. But I, Laura with the weird spelling, I'm only a small part to play in this. I'm gonna be so hydrated by the end of this, just you watch. Runs on power? Runs by power? I don't know, man. Control C, Control V. I'm just seeing if something makes grammatical sense. If you see stuff that isn't grammatically correct, maybe it's on purpose. Maybe I just want it that way. But most likely it's because I didn't do it right, you know. Whoopsie doopsie. The dimension of Velfiga runs on power, much like Earth runs on money. I like buy better. Oh my god, I'm so tired. The greatest of evils. The greatest of goods. Get it right. Okay, but I think this is a weird voice now. Let me drink some water. God, don't tell me you have low battery. Horrible histories. I was thinking Horrid Henry at the same time, so it was kind of funny. Anyways, in 2016. In 2016. I forget which one's the way. I forgot when we started saying 20. Like 2020, 2019, 2018, 2017, 2016. 2016 sounds better than 2016. But like, I remember like, it wasn't 2014 though. And I think it was 2015 as well. I don't know. We don't say 2015, right? I don't know anymore. Anyways, she was a fairy. We're done with episode 1. Wow, that's crazy. Clap or something. I don't know, we don't have a system yet.